Alright, let's have a look at this one then. I think this was posted today by good old Katsuni. Still posting daily. He's just too good at posting recorded games. Not a single recorded game, or not a single game gets played that's above 2k that Katsuni doesn't post, I don't think. He's just too good at it. But anyway, we've got a Goths war on Arabia. At the bottom of the map we do have Fire, playing as Goths of course, in blue. Out to the north in green we've got BruH, playing as Goths as well. And I want to see how this one shapes up. Whether they're going to go for knights in castle and then spam loads of infantry, because one thing I like to see when I see Goths players is players who spam infantry all day long. I mean, you can of course go knights in the castle age, which is most likely what both of them will do, but one thing that I do like when I watch Goths War is someone who just goes pure infantry, because that's kind of fun to do. The Goths are good at that. That's what they're good at, infantry. That's their thing, you know. And I like to see that. I remember watching a game a long while back. I think I put it on my channel actually. Jordan 23. I know you guys know who Jordan 23 is. Hopefully he'll be playing a bit more actively again soon as well. Actually, while I'm on the topic of him, but he did a Goths versus Chinese game, and the entire game all he made was militia, and then he upgraded them to champion a bit later on when he was against about 40 Chuko news. He just, was sending a million units to their deaths, but eventually he won and he overpowered his enemy, and it was fun to see. Of course, Goths with the faster creation time at the barracks and all of that jazz. So I don't know, I want to see that from these guys. I've got a feeling it's not going to happen, because people, when they're playing people at a similar rate, they tend to play very conventionally. I know for a fact that some of the games I've been playing on HD recently, Age of Empires 2 HD, have been just ridiculous, because the average skill level of the players there are very, very bad. For instance, as I said earlier, I was playing with the Prophet, Tom, and he went AFK for 10 minutes, and he came back and his score was still double that of the enemy team. So it was quite funny. We managed to do lots of really stupid stuff, but obviously stuff like that you don't really see in expert games, because so much is at stake. Your reputation is at stake. And BruH could steal a boar if he actually gets in range of this. He could do it. He could do it. I don't think he's going to do it. He's not going to see it, but he could have stole. And now Fire, of course, doing the right thing here, taking his furthest boar first. And I said that in that Dark Age guide that I did. You should be trying to take the boar at the front first, and that's so that if your enemy does come along with their scout, they're not going to be having an easy boar to steal if it's quite far away. He did get Loom first, which does mean, of course, that he is, this is Fire by the way, that he is going to be able to survive that. Had he lured that without Loom even, he would not have made it back. That is certain. And we're going to get close to the TC here. Fire going to try and attack him. He's going to get away, of course. Had Fire been a little faster, he probably could have hit him for quite a bit and finished his scout off with his own scout there. But that wasn't the case. BruH without Loom right now, so he's going to have a little advantage here. The longer you can delay Loom, the better, because it means effectively you have a villager working for longer, and that helps. So BruH's score going to be slightly ahead because of that, and also probably because of scouting here. He was already scouting Fire's base, which says to me he's already scouted his local area, which he has indeed done. He's found one boar. Where's his second boar though? I don't see it. It's at the back right there. So he's found his 2 boar, and he's currently scouting Fire. So his score is slightly further ahead because of that. Really nothing notable though. But one thing to note, he hasn't got Loom yet. He's going to get that last right before he upgrades to Feudal. So he's going to be a little bit further ahead economically going up to the Feudal Age, but it's not a lot. It's just an extra villager for a few minutes. Not so much. Anyway, let's have a look. Going to go lure his second boar right now. I'm going to speed things up right here, because ain't nobody got time for watching boar luring all day long. Is anyone going to drush though? Because if they are going to drush, now is the time to put a barracks down, and I don't think it's going to happen. Fire here has not got enough wood for it, and he's also, yeah, I don't think he's not going to drush here. Pretty sure of that, unless he does drop this wood here and builds it. But even so, oh, he is. There we go, barracks. Okay, so he is going to drush. I was wrong. And BruH, he could do it, he'd rush, but I don't think he will. Now, it's a little late now to go start plonking your barracks down. He can already see, of course, that there's a barracks going up for Fire, and he knows that a drush is incoming. Is he going to wall himself in to his resources, or is he no? He's going to add a barracks as well a little later, but he is going to do that. And of course, he's seen the barracks from fire, so he knows that there's a BruH incoming, and he can get his barracks up. It doesn't matter so much that he's a little bit further behind, because he can very easily make enough militia by the time fire has got over there, and he can counter it. Of course, he still doesn't have loom, so he will want to get loom quickly, because otherwise the BruH coming in from fire could be the end of a lot of villagers, and that, of course, is never ever good. So, going to want to keep these villagers alive here, and he was going to want to get loom reasonably soon, before the militia make it over to his base anyway. Fire then, not actually drushing. He built a barracks, and he let BruH see the barracks, but he's not actually building any militia. So he's actually going to go feudal in just a second, I think. He's going to go up right now, clicking up, and he's what's the word? He's tricked, BruH. Why could I not think of that word? Why could I not think of the word tricked? Of all the words I could forget, tricked was one of them. Anyway, he's fooled him. He's made him make a barracks, and he's made him make militia, and he sees that, and it was a good day for fire. Fire saw that it was good, and on that day he decided that he would win this game. I actually don't know who's going to win this game, so we'll see. But what he could do is he could go up to feudal and add in some archers, because that way he can kill the militia very easily. And BruH here is going to be fully duked. BruH luring a deer to his TC. Nice. Nice. It's going to give him a little food boost. As far as fire is concerned, not taking any deer. They're right the way over here. Luring them back would have been a bit of a pain. Not impossible. But of course, he does need his scout here to see exactly what is going on. So BruH now, of course, building that barracks a lot later and getting his militia out a lot later, is also still in the Dark Age. He's about to click up after this villager, and he will be able to go up to feudal. The thing is now is that if he doesn't if he fast castles, he's going to be in a bit of a bad spot, because the fire could flush him, and if he hasn't fully walled up, he could do a lot of damage. And perhaps BruH is expecting fire to do the same. So I like this. It adds another layer of complication, and it confuses, and it tricks. But fire now up to the feudal age, and there's no drushing coming. So BruH at this stage most likely to know he has been duked, and he's been made to make 3 militia unnecessarily, and that means now that fire can either wall up and just build eco, or he could add some archers, though he's only got 2 villagers on gold, so maybe adding archers isn't going to be the case for some time. He's actually now adding militia of his own. Okay, so he's actually going to make militia of his own. Fair enough. So, not really sure why he decided to do that. He made them the barracks. He tricked BruH into thinking he was going to drush. Now he's gone up to feudal, and BruH thinks, he's not going to drush. But now he's drushing. Oh man. What a confusing game this might turn out to be. So now he's going to end up sending a BruH over there, and he could upgrade to man-at-arms as well. And this is what I was saying at the start of the game. We're playing as Goths here. I want to see infantry, and thankfully these guys seem to be willing to cooperate with my wishes and my desires. BruH here, a little bit messy. Villager's been idle for quite some time. Gonna see what he does. I think he's going to fast castle. No, actually, he won't fast castle, I don't think, because if he sees these militia coming in, he might not have the time to do that. He might be losing villagers too quickly, and in that case, fast castling might be a risky strategy. He's lacking a bit of food as well, so we'll see what he does when he gets up to castle, or up to feudal even. Fire, adding in an archery range. There we go, expected. I thought he would do that, but let's see. He might force BruH to make a lot more militia here. I'm going to see how this goes. Archery range going up for BruH as well. So, if anything, we're not going to see knights. We'll see crossbows once they get up to castle. If the game lasts that long, could be an extended feudal war for all we know. Man-at-arms coming in. BruH going to see them. He knows what is up. He knows the score. And he's going to meet them, he's upgraded man-at-arms of his own and added in some more as well. This is nice. I like this. I like seeing infantry. Second archery range going up for him. First archery range down, but second not on the way for fire. So BruH as a defender here could be in a nice position if he's already starting to get archers out actually, because he can actually make archers on this hill fire down on these man-at-arms, and fire's going to die very quickly. Man-at-arms die pretty quickly to archers, of course, as they're much slower. So fire here going to sit back and just work on eco, make some archers as well, and see. Let's going to see if he stays in sort of an aggressive posture here by being so far forward. If he's going to fall back to the hills of his base. But second archery range going up for him as well, and we see 5 villagers on gold there for BruH, so that's enough to sustain archer production from 2 archery ranges. As you can see, you're going to be able to keep pumping out those archers there. Second archery range, as I said, for fire as well, and right now with 5 villagers on gold, so he's going to do exactly the same thing. BruH, though, a little bit further ahead. I would say at this stage he has got more scouting, potentially. No, it's about the same. So they both have pretty much the same scouting, so score here going to come down to mostly eco. Obviously BruH here should have more population, I think. 39, never mind, it's neck and neck. I thought perhaps he'd have more, but because he went up to feudal later and he was building more eco, but he will have better eco at this stage. Of course, fire went up a little later, so score mostly attributed to that. Second archer range up as well for fire here, and he's going to go move over. Let's see, BruH is fully walled. He's built a palisade on the left, he's got walls at the front as well, and he's pretty down walled up right now. I'm going to be interested to see if fire can make anything out of this. You could bust through the palisade pretty quickly, but of course BruH could move units into position pretty quickly as well. Archers behind here, going to be able to take out the man-at-arms reasonably quickly, and he could find himself in a nice position. But BruH going to send out some man-at-arms as well, and going to send some attacks in. But nice wall from fire here. He's got a very nice map for walling. He's obviously walled in this area so that they have to go through his TC to get in and round, and obviously everywhere else is walled up as well. Going to try and bust through this house here. I thought maybe he'd go for a palisade, but of course house a little bit of a bigger target. And let's see, he's going to move his archers straight over that. Has he got enough archers to defend though? Potentially yes, we'll see. BruH going to send in his man-at-arms right now, and I'd be surprised if he manages to get anything done with these. He's not going to be able to get through here, that is not a gap, and fire is adding in an extra wall anyway to be on the safe side. BruH going to wall behind here with houses, archers behind, and he is repelled. So a little bit of back and forth, but not really too much in the way of actual fighting. BruH going to come straight in though, and he's going to get hit by the TC. As fire very quickly walls up. Is he going to have a chance? Yes, nice house placement from him. So well placed. If he's got enough for another one, he should be able to place another house right here. No! Oh, come on. He placed 2 really perfect houses there. And then it all went to pot. If he'd have placed 1 more, he would have been absolutely fine. Maybe he didn't have the resources. Or they're saying that he must have done. Oh dear. Losing 2 villagers right there, and I eat my hat. That should not have happened. Fire should have been able to respond to that very easily and prevent that from happening, but lo and behold he didn't. He did just get fletching though, and so he does have +1 on these guys, and he should be able to chase these down now without a problem. But really, losing 2 villagers there, that was quite bad on him, on his behalf. A little bit messy to say the least. Adding in farms though, and he's going to want to add a few more farms in now anyway, because he's just run out of berries, so he's going to find himself low on food. He's going to want to make sure that he has got food coming in, because obviously he's going to want to get up to castle in a good time. BruH then, see, he's now on the aggressive, and he's got a lot of archers as well. He's probably outnumbering fire in army at the moment, or if he's not, it's very close. But of course now inside of fire's base, and fire having to defend, just getting as much scouting information with these guys as possible. Somehow they are still alive, all of them on like 1 or 2 HP, well, 10, 4 and 1, now dead. But BruH should be able to go up to castle pretty quickly. He's going to have enough food very soon. He's going to start adding in some more farms right now as well. You should see villagers building farms here, and he will be able to castle in a good time. Fire though a little bit further behind in regards to food even. He's going to want to add more farms as well, but at the moment he's very low on wood as well, with a pretty big army now though, of skirmishers included. It might be enough to actually stop BruH from attacking his base once again. But BruH here, if he stays on this hill and defends, then he might be okay. He's not actually walled up. He could do well to wall here and actually close this gap a little bit, and that way he would be able to have a little bit more time if Fire does try and sneak in. Fire with a lot of skirms there as well, both with +1 attack and defense. BruH missing the defense upgrade, so he does have a little bit more food from that, and he should here be able to go up to the castle age. Looks like he's trying to wait for that extra 50 food, and he'll click up. Now the question is, can he defend whilst he is upgrading to the castle age? He's going to still have archers creating from both of these archery ranges, and he has literally just clicked up to castle now. Let's see if I can actually make anything of this. He could take down this house, which is actually going to population block BruH here if he goes for this house, which is obviously a 30 extra 30 wood that you don't want to have to spend. So that's going to be pretty nice for him. That means these archers here are going to come out, but then he's going to have to stop production, and he sees them coming in. Is he going to go for this house? Yes, he is. He's going to go for this house as well, and BruH having to spend those extra bits of wood to actually defend against that. He was trying... Oh no, he wasn't. He was just seeing if Fire was taking any stone right there. And here he comes with his archers. Probably, I sound like Jonathan Ross there. Probably going to be able to do a reasonable amount of damage here. He should be able to take the man at arms. If he focuses down on the skirms, he might be okay, but he's missing that +1 defense, and could be a bit of a pain. But he's going to attack from downhill, from downhill. Should be nice for him. Going to be able to focus down these units, and if he micros well, he could find himself in a nice position. Going to be able to kill off the men at arms first. I think Fire here, wanting to keep him occupied with the men at arms, whilst he uses his archers and skirmishers to pick off the archers. But good micro from BruH. He's managing to pick off the men at arms pretty quickly without losing too many archers, and now going to retreat with his +1 defense upgrade now completed as well. We see Fire now is taking some stone, and BruH is going to be very well aware of that. He does have his palisades there. Market going down for Fire as well, and Fire still hasn't clicked up to castle. He's got a little bit too much gold right now, but he is still making a lot of archers, and I think, you know what, actually with a little bit less army at the moment, 16 ranged units for BruH, Fire on 16 as well. It's actually very neck and neck, and of course BruH is up to the castle age, so certainly in his favour at the moment. Just about to hit castle right now, where he will do crossbow. And I'm a bit disappointed. I wanted to see all out like infantry, men at arms, long swordsmen. That's what I wanted to see, but not going to happen. Crossbowman there, bodkin arrow as well. The usuals, of course, and a tower going up right there for Fire. He's a little bit cautious here. He knows that BruH is going to have crossbows anytime soon, and a tower to defend, it seems. I think he was actually intending to do that, but he's going to go with a castle by the looks of things. Taking the stone right here. He may have bought some stone at the market as well. And yeah, he has, because stone isn't normally that high to begin with. So he's actually going to go and buy a castle, I think. Either that, or he is just going to build loads of TCs. Yeah. Build 20 TCs or something. Why not? BruH, though, as I said before, up to castle. He's getting his second TC down right now. Could be thwarted by Fire here if he comes in. If he gets in here, he could attack the villagers, but he's actually going to retreat away. No, he shouldn't do that. He should go forward and attack, just like that. He's going to be able to get a villager maybe here. If not, he's going to delay, but nah, he's not going to be able to do anything really. I think this TC is going to go up. No, he doesn't want to risk losing any villagers. He could have actually got it up. It was on 82% to be fair. Maybe it was a bit too close for him. He didn't want to risk it. And to be fair, losing a few villagers is never a good thing. So can't really blame him for that. Cannot blame him at all. Fire now very, very defensive, having to, you know, wall up very, very close. Unable to take stone here as well. And BruH obviously knew that he was taking stone. Fire does, however, have enough for a castle, but he's building yet another watchtower, and I think this is probably a mistake from him to play so defensively right now. BruH can complete this TC very soon, and let's see. Interesting that Fire would play so defensively. I don't understand why, but, well, I kind of understand why, of course, because obviously his opponent has crossbows and he's about to attack his base. So if he didn't have these watchtowers, then he would die very quickly to the crossbows as they came into his base and had nothing to contest them. But BruH back at his base right now. Second TC is up. third one will be on the way very soon. Should probably try and move these men in. At least he doesn't know there's a tower here yet. We do, but he doesn't. And Fire now should be able to upgrade very soon. He's actually not upgrading crossbow just yet, interestingly enough. He's upgrading bodkin arrow there, or he's upgraded bodkin arrow. So he's going to be alright for that, but he's still only on archer, which is a little bit risky. He needs to be careful here. He wants crossbow. There we go. Crossbow is being researched. And BruH's taking quite a lot of damage from these crossbows, but of course a tower on its own is not enough. He could put units at the bottom of it. The tower won't be able to attack, and he's going to be laughing all day long. Also over here then, BruH going to be attacking even uphill. Doesn't really matter so much to him. He should be able to take out this army pretty easily. It's only a couple of skirmishes, and yeah, he's neck and neck on upgrades as well. So at the moment, looking very good for BruH. Fire having to play very defensively. He could still turn it around though. There is nothing to say that he can't turn it around at this stage. We'll have to wait and see. Actually, has he placed a castle? Here we go. Castle on the right hand side here on the hill. Wants to secure this high ground, and he can protect his gold with that castle as well. And making Huskarls. This is where I say, you know, he could turn it around. He's playing differently, and he knows that he's not in a good situation. It's not very often, I think, in a 1v1 that you'll see a Goth player start to make Huskarls once he hits the castle age. But he knows that he's got a little bit of a disadvantage against these crossbows here, and he's going to use his Huskarls to get in there, tank some damage, and kill a load of these crossbows here. BruH being very, very careless, losing a few crossbows there already just to the castle. Look at that, a good 6 or 7 going down to the castle right there. And of course now, Huskarl's going to be coming out. They're going to have a nice time, having a field day over here, shredding the crossbows, and suddenly Fire has closed the gap very, very rapidly. And that's nice. That's really nice. Very good play by him. Going to be able to send a counter of his own crossbows straight over to Fire's base. Fire does have 3 TCs up, and he will be able to defend with those to a degree. Let's see, does he have any upgrades on these? He does have +2 defense, so he is ready to raid and ready to rumble. Monastery going up for BruH. Is he going to be making monks to convert Huskarls? Perhaps. We'll have to wait and see. He's also taking a bit of stone of his own, so maybe thinking as well of getting a castle to do his jazz with. But you know what I think here? He's in a little bit of a bad spot because he set his economy up here for making archers. He's got a lot of gold, as you can see, and he's not really able to spend that too much. He's going to get a siege workshop up, probably make a mangonel to deal with this. But Fire now being able to turn things around pretty quickly and have Huskarls knocking at his opponent's gates, which is pretty damn good for him. Market going up at the back, which means that BruH is going to have to buy or sell some stuff. I don't think he's going to buy a castle. The price of stone here is going to be a little higher, I think. We'll see what he actually does with that. He could buy some food, perhaps. I don't know. He shouldn't need to buy food. He's got enough farms to sustain villager production. So what is he going to do? He may have just bought some wood. Yeah, he bought wood. Okay. He's buying wood. What's he buying wood for? Well, he can make a mangonel with that. He can make archers with that. But really, what he wants is barracks here. He's making long swordsmen. Yes, that's what we wanted to see. Long swordsmen able to fight the Huskarls. And now we're going to see more infantry, which is good. Fire adding in his 3rd TC. Better late than never. Better late than never. Wait, that's not his 3rd. It's his 2nd TC. Excuse me. Big mangonel shot from BruH, nice one, even though it was uphill, managed to get 1 kill right there, and now Fire's going to head straight for that mangonel and go for it, but BruH countering very nicely with the long swordsman. Should be able to take out the mangonel though, so that was a pretty good trade for him, but he is going to lose his Huskarls pretty quickly to these long swordsmen here. But of course, Fire has got the crossbows, and crossbows counter long swordsmen pretty nicely, so a good combination here for Fire. Huskarls and crossbows, good combination. He's still doing this off 1 TC, so it's pretty much certain now, it's a given right now, that BruH has a better economy. The problem is he doesn't have such a good army, and he's starting to find himself losing a lot of men very quickly to Fire's onslaught here, which is obviously not a good thing for him. He does still have 2 monks as well, so he could get a couple more conversions on Huskarls, turn things around a bit if he can. Oh, pardon me. Big yawn, big yawn. But nice over here, getting in the back, killing villagers. I don't know if BruH's even noticed. I don't know if Fire's even noticed. He's attacking the lumber camper, not the villagers, though. Right here. Now he's noticed. But yeah, getting a couple of very free and easy kills right there, hurting BruH's economy where he can. And now he's going to try and catch up in eco himself by adding that second TC, of course, and probably adding a third very soon as well. Getting behind here, BruH paying attention, though. Going to be able to get inside of his TC and defend. Castle going up on the left. And I'm liking this game so far. I'm liking this game a lot. I think once the players get up to the Imperial Age, it should be pretty fun. I've got a feeling it's going to be a bit more infantry, which is awesome. I like seeing that. That's what I wanted to see, as I said at the start of this game. So if I see it, I'll be a very happy Zach. And man, those Huskarls back here got away with too damn much. Getting one conversion though, so a free Huskarl for BruH, and his castle is up as well. Fire keeping the pressure on. 88 population to BruH's 99. BruH definitely with a bigger economy here, but Fire with the bigger army. Who is going to make it work out? Well, we'll have to wait and see, won't we? Stay tuned. It's like a commercial. 2 men, 1 winner. Who will take the game? Is it going to be Fire? Is it going to be BruH? Who knows? Let's find out. Something like that. But Fire doing a nice job here with his Huskarls, battering away down here. And going to be able to kill a couple of villagers perhaps as well. Really keeping the pressure on, as I said. Adding in another TC. Gonna keep him coming in. But finally, I think being repelled a little. He's going to keep pressure on. If he can keep killing villagers, then he's going to be a happy, happy bunny. Getting into the back, going to be able to see exactly what BruH has, of course, as well. So he's going to be able to see, you know, how many farms he's got, sort of gauge what's going on back here. The problem is, BruH's got a better economy at this stage, so as I said, Fire really wants to try and take out as much eco from BruH as he can. Now, obviously BruH, with a bigger economy, does mean that he's going to be able to start out producing Fire with military very soon indeed. At the moment the game's pretty neck and neck, and Fire now starting to catch up eco as well. Got a lot of gold in the bank. Let's see, is he still making archers? No, he's not. Is he still making Huskarls? No, he's not. So he might be saving up to think about Imperial right now, but he is missing a lot of food to do that. So he is starting to add in more farms. Could be looking at a 4th TC, though I kind of doubt it. He's going to want to make sure he gets up to Imperial not too long after BruH. BruH should be able to go in first at this stage. His economy is a lot more balanced, as you can see. He's got the gold for it already. Fire has way too much gold at this stage of the game. Most certainly too much gold at this stage of the game for what he's actually doing. So BruH here, much better balanced economy. He's almost got enough for a second castle as well, which he might, you know, I would like it if he puts it on this hill here. That would be a nice place for a castle right now, and it would be cool if he does put it there. Let's see, he's almost got enough for it. He's probably keeping his eye on his stone right there, and his economy I think is very nicely balanced, and this is going to be really good for him. Keeping his economy balanced. Going to go up to Imperial reasonably soon as well, and I want to see where he's going to put this castle. I think this hill is going to be a good place for it. It's going to protect the left side of his eco, and it's also going to be a good place for him to push into Fire's base as well. Fire going to come around the side with his crossbows, see if he can pick off some villagers. He could get away with 1 or 2 here actually, because BruH might not see it coming, and that would be good for him. Seeding more farms at the back, as you can see, so he's going to be able to do that. And yeah, there we go, the castle on the hill. I was right about something. My prediction was correct. And there we go, might even get a villager here as well, so another correct prediction. Things are going well for me today. And wow, BruH taking quite some time to react here. Not good, not good. He wants to keep these villagers alive. He needs his farmland, and he needs it now. Anyway, what's Fire doing? Another castle on the front. It's a castles showdown. It's a showdown of the castles. It's like what's it called? When they do a duel, when they sort of walk away and they turn around, and then they turn around and they shoot, and the first person to shoot who kills them wins. Something like that, but with castles. I don't even know where I was going with that one, to be honest with you. BruH then really starting to accelerate away in the score anyway. As I said, he's going to be able to outproduce Fire now. He's got a bigger army at the moment, I think. No, they're probably about equal. Fire has more Huskarls, I think. BruH probably has more crossbows. It's hard to say. But either way, BruH has got a much bigger eco. He's clicked up to the Imperial Age, and he's starting to make long swords. He's going to go for champions, and that should be nice for him. If Fire comes in now, though, he is going to see just how many barracks BruH has here, and he's going to know that he's clicked up to Imp. Of course, why would he know? Because you wouldn't build these barracks while you're in the Castle Age. You're going to be needing that wood for farms. So if he sees all these barracks, he knows he's clicked up to Imp right now, and he's also up to Imp as well. So in fact, he's actually further ahead, and he's adding in barracks of his own. So let's see how this one goes. Forging being upgraded at Blacksmith for BruH. Fire should be starting to upgrade things pretty soon as well. He needs to get the upgrades on the attack right now. And just get chilling in here, just chilling like a villain inside of BruH's base. But you can see BruH going for Long Swordsman. So is he going to go for Long Swordsman himself? Of course he is, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be full of Long Swordsmen and champions and two-handed swordsmen, and it should be sick. Lots and lots of infantry battles with maybe some archers behind it, because you know, adding in those archers could really turn things around a little bit. So we'll see how it goes, right? We'll see how it goes. The castle showdown still in place. Whose castle will fall first? We'll find out. But Fire now about to hit Imperial Age. And let's see what he's going to do. Straight away at the Blacksmith we should see upgrades. Although saying that, he can't afford them. He has no food. Nice one. Two-handed swordsman being researched. Conscription being researched. The standards, which is what he needs in order to do well here. Lacking food, but he's got a much better balanced economy right now, which is great. His economy much more balanced. He's taking a lot of food. He's taking a lot of gold, which is perfect for what he wants to do, which is spam swordsman all day long. He's got a few seconds advantage on BruH. He doesn't know this castle is here, so he's going to run headlong into that. BruH making Huskarls as well, which are great for raiding eco. And let's see how it goes. An army of long swordsmen to the north, an army of long swordsmen to the south. Who is going to be victorious? Let's find out. Well, BruH then, let's keep an eye on what he's doing. Two-handed swordsman, of course, iron casting being researched as well, so he is going to be in a nice position. And no upgrades at the castle, so no conscription for BruH just yet. Fire though. He has his conscription, he has his two-handed swordsman. Is he upgrading his champions? Well, no, he's not, because he cannot afford it just yet. Once again, massacre over on the left as he picks through these Huskarls very easily. And that's a lot of two-handed swordsmen right there. But there's also bringing the crossbows in, and BruH is going to do the right thing here by bringing these in. He's going to be able to actually deal with the two-handed swordsman very quickly. And if he continues to add some crossbows behind, or maybe even some mangonels, he could really help himself out with that. Attack on the left then from Fire. I don't know if this is like a distraction tactic, but BruH using the patented House of Walls, wall of houses even, to actually block him out, which is nice. Fire though on the defensive once again. BruH spilling in, or piling in, with his two-handed swordsman, losing them very rapidly to the castle though, and he wants to get out of there. He's going to get out of there. He's going to do the right thing. And he's retreating, which is the right thing to do. But now we should see a trebuchet on the front to take out that castle. No, he's researching conscription. I was being a bit optimistic. He has, however, got his champion upgrade, which does show that he is in a bit of a better position economically. Fire is upgrading champion now, but it's a little slower. He couldn't afford it before. He didn't have the food for it. BruH, on the other hand, has the food for it at the moment. His not crossbows, his champions pretty well upgraded. He should be upgrading more soon though, but nice over here on the left, bringing his champions in. Fire, that is, bringing his champions in, attacking the eco. Big attack on the front, and BruH gonna be under the fire of this castle, which is never ever a good thing. It's never a good thing, but he does have the numbers. If he can kill Fire's champions here, he could attack the castle and take it out, unless Fire, of course, has murder holes. But I don't think Fire will have murder holes. There's the trebuchet from BruH. He's doing the right thing there. And Fire, I don't think he's getting a trebuchet of his own. In fact, if he did get a trebuchet of his own, it would be a big mistake, because they would get taken out very quickly by BruH. So he would find himself losing his trebuchet very quickly, which is always a bad thing. Desperately then, trying to make more champions. They've both got conscription right now, and they're both flooding the champions out. So it looks at the moment now that BruH really far ahead. His economy in tip-top shape. As I said earlier, he's had that advantage in there for quite some time. He was able to get his economy up and running a lot faster. And looking at the populations, he's almost maxed out now. And Fire gives it the GG. He gives him the thumbs up, and he says, good game, my friend. And unfortunately for Fire, losing it there, but BruH played that very nicely. Interesting start, you know, that start confused me. Fire was like trying to duke BruH into believing he was drushing, but he didn't drush, and then BruH drushed to counter the non-existent drush, and then Fire drushed just to make that drush not non-existent. It was weird, just a weird start. But either way, this game went pretty well for BruH. That was fun. It was very fun. It was a good game, and I certainly enjoyed commentating. So anyway, guys, there's gonna be